which brings me to Stephen A. telling JJ Redick on the podcast that a month after he joined me, that we skyrocketed to number one, where First Take remains. What? As Stephen A. well knows, the only competition that First Take had at that point was SportsCenter. There was no Undisputed. There was no Fox Sports 1. There was no competition to be found anywhere. We were competing with SportsCenter. We had already crushed SportsCenter. So how do you suddenly vault to number one? We had already done that. And in the end, I had hoped Stephen A. would join me, but you got to trust me on this also. As much as I missed him and loved working with him, if he'd said, no, I just don't want to get up that early to do First Take, I'll stick with my gigs, I wouldn't have lost any sleep. I would have been just fine. Life would have gone on beautifully for me and Jamie and all those working behind the scenes at First Take. It was just that I thought Stephen A. would be a little better for me. And I definitely think our ratings continued to climb, in part because he joined me. Rare chemistry. I give him credit for that, especially during NBA season, because he is the face of the NBA on ESPN. But the rocket had been launched against no competition. And I'm pretty sure that the ratings Stephen A. and I did on NFL Mondays in 2012 and 13 and 14 and 15, those 4 years we worked together, those ratings never touched the NFL Monday ratings that First Take hit in 2011. Never touched them. They were off the chart. They were out of the galaxy. They were impossibly great because of Tebow, but because Tebow had become my story. So for Stephen A. to suggest that he saved and made First Take is just an insult, not only to me, but to everyone behind the scenes, all the courageous brain power behind the scenes at First Take in 2011, pre-Stephen A. I'm talking about Jamie Horowitz. I'm talking about Charlie Dixon. I'm talking about Whit Album. Those three who made such a difference in my life by 2016 had come here to try to build FS1, Fox Sports 1, right here in this very building in which I sit. Their message to me in 2016 as my contract was up was, we're not going to make it here unless you come and help us. And I told my then wife, Ernestine, I owe them for the opportunity they gave me in 2011. They rebuilt First Take around me. I owe them now to come help them launch on FS1 in Los Angeles. Yes, the money was good, but in the end, as Ernestine will attest, for me, it was all about loyalty and it was about challenge. I left Stephen A. because I wanted and I needed the challenge to come here and try to help ignite this network and put it on the map. And we have accomplished that. I hope you enjoyed that video. You ready for more? Make sure you click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from the Skip Bayless Show. And don't forget to check out the full episode of the show wherever you get your podcasts by clicking the link in the description.